What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to talk some Texas Longhorns football. All right, I'm gonna do their season preview and prediction. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. I ain't gonna waste too much of your time. But anyway, we know Texas went 8-5 last season. I just said it in a previous video. They could have easily went 12-0 because all 5 losses was by a touchdown or less. Okay. They lost 4 games in the regular season, and they lost a bowl game against Washington. Again, all by 1 score. All right? So the tables could have been turned. Okay? So, but anyway, for the 2023 season, week 1, September the 2nd, they open up against Rice. All right? JT Daniels bringing his Owls to town. We all know JT Daniels started out at Georgia and daggone them transferred 3 or 4 times or whatever. But anyway, JT Daniels and his Owls shouldn't even be on the field with the Texas Longhorns. I'm going to just put it like that because they don't have the caliber of players to even compete with Texas. I'm going to go a step further to compete with any Power 5 school. I'm going to just put it that way. All right? All Rice is coming to do is to get beat up on and get them a fat check. And all Texas is getting out the deal is a extension of a 1-week extension of fall camp. That's what Texas is getting out the deal, and a win in the win column. That's what they getting. They beat up on Rice last season 58-0, and it's going to be the same way this season. So week 1 against Rice, Texas will win. All right. Week 2, September the 9th. They got to face my Alabama Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa in Bryant-Denny Stadium at night. And that is a tall task. All right. Nick Saban has not lost a non-conference game since his first year at Alabama against ULM in 2007. Now, Texas is a much better team than ULM was back then and is now. Okay. So it is what it is. Alabama, my Alabama Crimson Tide, we got questions at quarterback. Everybody want to see who the quarterback is, all right? We got 2 new coordinators in Tommy Reese and Kevin Steele, all right? Kind of got a young secondary. Got a few questions still about the offensive line, all right? But guess what? We don't need to be perfect to win a game, all right? In the game last season, I got to tell you, Texas could have easily won that game last season. If a couple of calls would have went their way, they'd have won the game. All right? So that's neither here nor there. This is today. And I think my Alabama Crimson Tide will win this game going away. All right? I just felt like last season we had too many issues dealing with the coordinators. All right? That's just my opinion. I think Kevin Steele that came in there and simplified that defense. And what Tommy Reese is going to do is try to daggone slow down the game, control the pace of the game with the running game. All right. If we get that running game going, Quinn Ewers, A.D. Mitchell, Xavier Worthy, they'll be sitting on the bench. All right. I do think Texas is going to have an explosive passing game, but I got some questions about the running game considering both of their running backs went to the NFL. All right. I also got questions about their defense. I think their defense will be better, but will it improve, so much that they can beat Alabama or beat some of the teams that they lost to last season? I don't know. But anyway, I'm picking my Alabama Crimson Tide to beat Texas. So Texas will lose against Alabama. Moving on to week 3. Wyoming. Week 3, September the 16th. They got Wyoming. All right. They beat Wyoming 37-17 last season. Thing about Wyoming, they number 13 in returning production, number 2 in defensive returning production. Okay. So can Texas or can Wyoming get Texas any problem? Hell no. I don't think so. Wyoming, once again, they don't have the caliber of players to compete with Texas. Mountain West teams ain't just going to come on into Big 12 land and just win games. It ain't going to happen. Wyoming don't have the players. They don't have the big time players, the caliber players that Texas do, just like Rice don't. So I'm picking Texas to beat up on Wyoming again. Another practice game. Wyoming get to take home a big check. So that's all it is. Texas will beat Wyoming handily. All right. Week 4. Week 4. Week 4. The Baylor Bears, September 23rd. Baylor Bears. All right. They playing at Baylor. All right. But it ain't going to make no difference. Even though Baylor returned a starting running back in Richard Reese. All right. But Baylor, they lost a majority of their offensive and defensive line, so they had to replace them. So you're going to see a lot of guys, a lot of new faces along the offensive and defensive line for Baylor. All right, Texas beat them by 11 points last season, 38-27. I think it's going to be worse this season. But the thing about Baylor, they so inconsistent. They can have a great season and then turn around the next season and be mediocre, like 2021. They went 12-2. And last year, they went 6-7. You see what I'm talking about? And they have done that several times. So, but anyway, I don't think Baylor will be any problem for Texas. So I'm picking Texas to beat Baylor once again. All right. Then September 30th, week 5, they got the Kansas Jayhawks. Kansas Jayhawks in week 5. Kansas is a basketball school. Even though it was not too long ago, I think they surprised some people and had a pretty good season. Everybody was surprised. But that shit ain't happening no more. Kansas ain't finna do nothing. All right, Texas beat Kansas last season 55-14. And it's going to be more of the same. Kansas is just going to come and get mollywopped. And Texas is going to have another easy win in the win column. That's all it is. These Rice, Wyoming, Kansas, these are teams that Texas is just going to toy with, in my opinion. So Texas is going to beat Kansas in week 5. Plain and simple. Week 6, Red River Rivalry. Week 6, October the 7th, they got Oklahoma. All right. They beat the brakes off Oklahoma last year to a tune of 49-0. Oklahoma, without Lincoln Riley, is not the whole Oklahoma of old. I can tell you that now. They got Brent Venables now. And I can tell you, Brent Venables won't never be the caliber head coach that Lincoln Riley was. I'm going to tell you that now. But anyway, it is what it is, man. 49-0, man. Y'all know I don't like Oklahoma. But anyway, Oklahoma, hopefully they'll have Dylan Gabriel in this game. He didn't play last season in the game, so I think he'll make a difference. Because last year, Dylan Gabriel threw for over 3,100 yards, 25 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions. So hopefully Dylan Gabriel can play in this game. But because if he don't, it might be more the same. All right. I don't think Oklahoma has improved enough under Brent Venables to beat Texas. I do not. And I got Texas beating Oklahoma in the Red River Rivalry once again in 2023. Yes, I do. All right. Next, they got Houston. Well, after they play Oklahoma, October the 14th, they got a bye. And then October 24th, they play Houston. Now, Houston went 8-5 last season, all right? But Houston, another team, they just can't get, they just not going to beat Texas. Texas beat them 41-11 last season, all right? They just can't do it. They lost a lot of guys off defense. They lost a lot of depth off defense to the transfer portal, all right? So Houston, Houston went 8-5 last year. They ain't gonna be that good this season. Not in my opinion. Granted, they did add some people in the transfer portal. But Texas just got too much offensively. That is, I think Texas offensive line is going to be crazy good. I'm gonna add that. But like I say, the only thing is the running backs for the offense with Texas. But if that line get it together, hey, they might go off. But not against my Alabama Crimson Tide though. But anyway, Houston's not going to beat Texas. No way, no how. I don't see it. Even if let me see. I'm dropping shit. I don't see it. Even if I put my glasses on, I don't see Houston beating Texas. No kind of way. But anyway, another easy win for the Texas Longhorns. All right, October 28th, week 9, BYU. BYU, another team that went 8-5 last year. Another team that Texas blew out to the tune of 41-7. So Texas last season was blowing people out and had a few close wins. Close losses. But they was blowing people out. But BYU, they added a quarterback, Keaton Solivus, whatever his damn name. I forgot where he came from. Anyway, I might have been USC, but anyway, they added Keaton Solivus at quarterback. And they got Kinsley Salamat. Kinsley, we're going to say Kinsley. I can't pronounce his last name. He's one of the top defensive linemen in the nation. All right. But BYU, another team that can't compete with Texas. Now, BYU might can beat up on a Nebraska or some shit like that. But for as Texas, no, it's not going to happen. All right. BYU, once again, that's them smart guys, them real smart guys. You know, academics is what they care about. All right. Even though some years they put a pretty good product on the field as far as their football team. But BYU not going to beat Texas. No way, no how. Texas will beat BYU handily. All right. This is going to be a good one. Week 10, November 11th. At TCU. That's gonna be a good one. All right. We know TCU won this game last season, 17-10. All right. Is TCU gonna be what they was last season? I doubt it. TCU was a Cinderella team last season. They had a lot of comeback wins due to Max Duggan, and Max Duggan is not there no more. So no, TCU will not be what they was last season. All right. Now, granted, they going to TCU stadium, gonna be rocking with all them Horned Frog fans in the stands. But I don't think it's gonna be enough. Now, TCU, they gonna come with that 3-3-5 defense. All right. And for some reason, that defense been giving Steve Sarkisian fits. I don't know why. But even with the defense, they only lost by 7 points. All right. So I don't think TCU gonna be able to get it done this season. Because like I said, it was a Cinderella season for them last year. A lot of comeback, and Mac Duggan is gone. All that heroic shit, all that magic that Max Duggan was doing last season, it left with him. So sorry, TCU. I think y'all still gonna be feeling the effects of that national championship shellacking y'all took. But anyway, I got Texas beating TCU. All right. Week 11, Iowa State. All right. Texas escaped Iowa State last season. They beat them by 3 points. All right. So that was a close one. All right. But Iowa State, they ain't going to get it done this year either. I think Texas is going to beat Iowa State handily this season. All right. So it is what it is. Sorry, Iowa State. Iowa State, what did they do last season? Iowa State went 4-8 last season. So I'm like, I don't even see how Texas had any issues with our Iowa State last season, with them going 4-8. But it probably was one of those games that Texas was like, hey, we got this and whatever, and got surprised and almost lost the damn game. But I don't think Texas will get complacent with Iowa State this year. I don't think Texas will get complacent with any team in 2023. So it is what it is. And then last game, week 12, November 24th, they got Texas Tech Red Raiders coming to town. Red Raiders went 8-5 last year. It was Joey McGuire. Under Joey McGuire, they defeated Texas and Oklahoma. All right. That was their first time doing that in 2009. But either way, Texas Tech Red Raiders, you might have a tall task on your hand when you face Texas in week 12. All right. But anyway, also about Texas Tech, they returned two of the three quarterbacks that saw playing time last season. But I don't think it's going to daggone help. I don't think it's going to help. Texas Tech, you ain't going to beat them. This game will probably have major implications on the Big 12 championship game. So, but anyway, I don't think Texas Tech, they got away with one last season by 3 points in overtime. All right. So, with that being said, Texas, you won your last two games. Well, you won one by 3. These are your last two games. You won one by 3 and you lost one by 3. So, but either way, Texas, I got you beating Texas Tech. All right. So it is what it is. And Texas Longhorns, OKB, got you going 12-0. Your only loss will be against my Alabama Crimson Tide. And I love it. And Texas, I do got you winning the Big 12 championship. So there it is. I got Texas going 12. I got Texas going 11-1. 11-1. I messed it up. I got Texas going 11-1 and winning the Big 12 championship. That's my final answer when it comes to these Texas Longhorns. All right? So, hey, that's just what I think. I know other people think differently. But like I said, Rice, Wyoming, Kansas, BYU, Houston, Iowa State, those are just really tune-up games in my opinion. That's all it is. It's just getting them ready for the next week or the next game. That's just my opinion. So it is what it is. If you think, if you agree with me, hey, put it in the comments. If you think Texas is going 12-0, put it in the comment. If you think Texas is going to beat my Alabama Crimson Tide, put it in the comments. If you think Texas is going to be, the Big 12 champions or not, put it in the comments. Just leave your opinions. I got mine, and I'm sure you got yours. So, hey, it is what it is, and I'll talk to y'all later. Roll damn Tide.